WrestleMania continues tonight as two men hot off the heels of the Elimination Chamber will clash in your main event, the Future of Flight. Ricochet will meet meaner than evil Bron Breakker in what promises to be one hell of a main event live from Orlando, Florida, here on Friday Night SmackDown. And we kick things off tonight with the opening matchup in SmackDown side of the 2024 Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. The stakes couldn't be higher.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, representing Legado del Fantasma from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 200 pounds, Santos Escobar.
Let us take a look at the 8 teams that will be competing on the road to WrestleMania. We kick things off with the LWO, taking on Los Lotharios, Alpha Academy, the OC, Viking Raiders, Imperium, Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde of the LWO, and of course Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, your 8th and final team. These 8 teams will compete for not only the Dusty Cup on the road to WrestleMania, but at WrestleMania, brand new WWE Tag Team Champions exclusive to Friday Night SmackDown will be crowned, and that is what these 8 teams are competing for. As we mentioned, the stakes couldn't be higher than ever, and here in the Magic City, all of these teams hoping for some magic as we kick things off here on Friday Night SmackDown. The Latino World Order, reformed over the last number of weeks. Tonight, their biggest opportunity yet. Rey Mysterio, looking to be the brains of the operation. He's been at the top of the mountain before, and he's looking for tag team gold at WrestleMania.
And his partner from San Diego, California, weighing in at 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio!
You gotta respect Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar. Those two men were engulfed in one of the biggest feuds of 2023 in the first half of last year. But through those rivalries and through those matches really came together with a mutual respect, and it has bleeded into a great friendship, blossomed into what is now the Latino World Order alongside Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde, and Zelina Vega from the women's division as well. Let's see if they can get off on the right foot tonight as they meet Angel and Humberto of Los Lotharios.
And at a combined weight of 403 pounds, Humberto and Angel, the Lethal Lovers, Los Lotharios.
Well, I'll tell you what, Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo may be one of the most underestimated teams in this tournament. Los Lotharios have challenged for Tag Team Championship gold in the past, the titles that are now exclusive to Monday Night Raw. They have taken champions to their limit in their day. Garza and Humberto back in action here tonight, and you cannot underestimate these two friends inside of that ring. They could be a deadly combination on the road to WrestleMania. 4 great Latino talents ready to step foot inside the squared circle, put Lucha Libre on display as we kick things off in the SmackDown side of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Of course, the Monday Night Raw tournament concluding this past Sunday at the Elimination Chamber. We know the Usos will take on the Judgment Day at WrestleMania for Monday Night Raw, but what about Friday Night SmackDown? The road for the blue brand kicks off tonight. First round matchup of the Dusty Cup. The bell has sounded and we are underway on what should be a great night of action here in the Kia Center. I want to thank you for joining us here tonight. Of course, we are hot off the heels of the Elimination Chamber this past Sunday in Miami, Florida. A noteworthy evening, especially for Friday Night SmackDown, coming out of those 2 Elimination Chamber matches. Those are situations that we are going to discuss all about later tonight here on SmackDown in Orlando, Florida. Humberto Carrillo, however, wanting the attention on Los Lotharios tonight. Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio, they have been in the ring, they've been in the locker room for many years with Humberto and Angel Garza. They know these two men pretty well. This should be a very interesting matchup. Of course, Garza and Carrillo coming in with more experience as a duo on their team, but Santos, Escobar, and Rey Mysterio have proven to be reliable assets to each other so far. Rey Mysterio getting the tag and bringing the fight to Humberto Carrillo. Rey and Santos teamed up for the first time back in December. It was successful, and ever since then, the LWO has taken shape, and Rey Mysterio throwing caution in the wind, all in the means of getting the LWO to the top of the mountain at the grandest stage of them all. Rey Mysterio, Santos, Escobar looking good so far. Both men going for strikes, and you see that very often in Lucha Libre. Superstars taking it to the air and not missing the mark. There's still to come tonight here on SmackDown. LWO member Zelina Vega going to be in action. She's going one-on-one with the Women's World Champion, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. Gotta wonder what's going through Baszler's head after Raquel Rodriguez won that Elimination Chamber matchup on Sunday and will challenge her for the gold at WrestleMania. But Shayna Baszler looking for a warm-up tonight. Zelina Vega, on the other hand, looking for a breakout performance. Should be a great night of action here tonight on SmackDown. Great maneuver, cutting Humberto in half, followed it with a DDT, but not enough to get the 3 count thus far. Angel Garza with the tag for the first time in the matchup, looking to bring some good mojo to the corner of Los Lotharios. Nice head scissors that time. Rey Mysterio taken down. Mysterio knows how to dish out that maneuver. Certainly knows how to bounce back from it as well. But that doesn't mean it ain't gonna hurt, as Garza takes out Rey and is looking to divide and conquer as he goes after Santos Escobar in the far corner. Angel looking to take out Mysterio and Escobar, the team with less experience inside of that ring, and possibly trying to focus in on one or the other. Turn into a handicap match if so be. Nonetheless, Rey Mysterio doesn't have to be the biggest dog in the fight, but Rey Mysterio has made a career out of having the biggest heart in the fight. And Mysterio! Great maneuver that time. Springboard, moonsault, tornado DDT. Angel Garza may have had its bell rung. Mysterio bringing Angel in enemy territory, and we continue to see Escobar and Rey working like a well-oiled machine in LWO colors. And Angel just trying to get Escobar off his back this time. Santos and Angel, they got history with each other down in Mexico years before WWE, but it is a different story now inside the square and circle of SmackDown. Angel trying to get back into this. Escobar with other plans, dropping the leg, signature leg, I'll bite, by Santos. And Angel getting the shoulder up at a very unenthusiastic kick out that time. Goes to show you the offense starting to stack up for the LWO. Again, still to come tonight on SmackDown, the future of Flight Ricochet. Set to go one-on-one with the badass Bron Breakker. Neither of those two men could be feeling 100% after the events of the Elimination Chamber. Nonetheless, the matchup rolls on, the fight rolls on later tonight. We'll see if Ricochet or Breakker can get back on the right track and try to find a road to WrestleMania. Who was going to punch their ticket to the semifinals of the SmackDown Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic? Will it be Los Lotharios? Will it be the LWO? Humberto tagged in and lawn darted by Garza. Humberto and Angel looking for a breakout performance here tonight in Orlando, Florida. Humberto crumbling the spine of the Emperor of Lucha Libre. That could be all she wrote, not just yet. Santos Escobar is still alive. Great tag team offense by Los Lotharios, and another tag made to Angel. Those two men trying to keep each other fresh. And wait a minute here. Angel Garza's the legal competitor. Humberto Carrillo going after Escobar. Angel taking out Rey. Look at this. The referee's back is turned. He's got no idea. Well, there you go. Angel Garza got his hand caught in the cookie jar, but nonetheless, the damage done. Los Lotharios again trying to divide and conquer. Escobar realizing that. Back up against the wall. No choice but to start swinging. Expect highly competitive matches throughout this Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, as we are seeing here tonight, as Escobar stacks up Garza. Wait a minute here. I think Humberto, albeit unintentionally, might have rung the referee's bell. Escobar's going for the cover. Nobody to make a damn count. Oh, well, this is an unfortunate situation for Latino World Order right now. Referee's trying to get to his feet, but obviously it's got to be seeing stars. He's got to shake off the cobwebs as Escobar tries to stack up the offense. Combination at that. Over Garza. Down he goes again. And Escobar into the cover. Oh, the referee still trying to shake off those cobwebs, like we mentioned, a little bit slow on the count, and what can you do? That is just the nature of the game. Referee getting caught in the crossfires that time, and unfortunately, Latino World Order paid the price. Angel Garza trying to benefit off that momentary hesitation. Look at Garza go. Garza, who made it to the quarterfinals of the Cruiserweight Classic tournament last year, trying to advance to the semifinals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic here tonight. And Angel, big time boots delivered right to the skull of Escobar. And Santos still alive. The lateral press, mean cover by Garza, but Escobar still with blood pumping through the veins. And again, Angel Garza going after Rey Mysterio. Mysterio, not the legal man, damn near an innocent bystander. Los Lotharios doesn't care, willing to bend the rules if it means getting them one step closer to WrestleMania. There's a tag made to Humberto. Rey's down, Carrillo's down, Santos, Escobar's trying to fight. Humberto trying to pick up the offense. Santos gonna meet him in the middle. And now Escobar could be looking for the exclamation point. Phantom driver on Carrillo. Not just yet. Humberto still in this match. I don't believe enough damage has been done to Humberto in this match. Orlando, Florida, in appreciation of these two duos squaring off tonight in the Dusty Cup. Rey Mysterio making the tag. And the LWO again. Double team offense. And Humberto Carrillo may be in a line of fire as Rey hits the ropes and dialing up the cell phone for a 619. Springboard. Oh no! Disaster meets Rey Mysterio as nobody's home off the frog splash. And Humberto's looking to take advantage. Oh man, that could have been it for the LWO. If Mysterio hit that exclamation point, that frog splash, LWO could be going to the semis. But not just yet. Carrillo did his homework, saw Mysterio coming a mile away, and now is looking to take advantage of a weakened Hall of Famer. Submissions locked in. Luckily, Escobar has still got his feet underneath of him. And Humberto Carrillo turning his sights to Santos. He better be careful because Rey Mysterio's the legal man. Escobar is down, at least momentarily, as Rey Mysterio is trying to fight out of enemy territory. There's the springboard. Here we go. Mysterio, picture perfect offense. Humberto Carrillo eating the canvas for Friday night dinner. And Mysterio sending Escobar back into his home territory. And now on the top rope goes Carrillo, not by will but by force. And Mysterio with the wheels in motion. Beautiful Frankensteiner off the top to advance to the semifinals. Not just yet. Los Lotharios may just want it more here tonight. Look at Mysterio going for the springboard, and again, Carrillo did his homework on the master of the 619. Knows where Rey's gonna strike from, and Carrillo not allowing Rey to land fully in the drop zone. Tag made to Angel Garza, and what the hell is this? One hell of a double team maneuver by Los Lotharios. Here we go to WrestleMania. Not just yet. Santos Escobar breaking things up. Man, oh man, we have got a fight on our hands between the LWO and Los Lotharios here tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. Garza may have costed himself as he takes his eye off the ball to target Santos, and Mysterio is still alive. Who is going to make their way to the semifinals? The road to WrestleMania for these 8 teams begins tonight. 8 will soon become 7. Who is going to be the first team hitting the locker room and staying there? Springboard again does not prevail for Rey Mysterio and Angel Garza looking to capitalize. Tag made to Humberto as Rey Mysterio has been in for a number of minutes as the legal man. He may be looking like fresh bait. Wait a minute, counter, small package, Mysterio! Will that do it? Not just yet, Humberto breaking things up, or excuse me, Angel Garza breaking things up. Oh, Mysterio's had enough. Rey taking out Garza, Humberto taking out Santos, Mysterio from behind. No! Los Lotharios been looking to divide and conquer all match. Rey Mysterio said, I'll beat you at your own game. We've got a one-on-one match for a few moments here. Angel Garza's bell rung at ringside. Santos Escobar down and out. Who is going to be the one to take advantage? Mysterio could be looking for a second. 619 up the matchup, and it lands right on the button. Mysterio goes to the cover. No frog splash attempt. Learned his lesson the first time, and the LWO are going to the semifinals. Well, that was one hell of a way to kick off the SmackDown Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio were given the fight of their lives, but the Latino World Order stronger than ever, and they are one step closer to being on the marquee in Dallas, Texas at WrestleMania.
Here are your winners, Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio.
The LWO, prime and ready for more action. They got through Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo tonight. Could we be looking at one of the teams that'll make their way to WrestleMania to compete not only for the Dusty Cup, but for the WWE Tag Team Championship? Let's take a look at the bracket as 8 teams become 7. Rey and Santos will meet the winner of next week's battle between the OC and Alpha Academy. The Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic off to an incredible start here on SmackDown. What has been making headlines on WWE.com ever since Sunday night? The aftermath of the Elimination Chamber is very heavy on Friday Night SmackDown. And as you can see, front and center, the rematch of the year, and quite frankly, the most highly anticipated rematch in quite some time, is signed, sealed, and set to be delivered on Saturday night, March the 2nd, on WrestleMania Saturday. For the World Heavyweight Championship, the Scottish Warrior survived the Elimination Chamber. Now he runs it back in the 2023 Match of the Year in 2024 with the Ring General Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. An epic main event from Friday Night SmackDown on WrestleMania Saturday. Of course, WrestleMania overall coming your way Saturday night, March the 2nd, Sunday night, March the 3rd, AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas. We gotta lock in. Highly anticipated Cruiserweight matchup on deck.
And his opponent from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 183 pounds, Wesley
Well, the Cruiserweight champion Ilya Dragunov took to Twitter earlier today and simply had this to say: "No one pushes me off my throne. I'll fight them all." Dragunov throwing out the question of who's next. And of course, this is hot off the heels of the Mad Dragon retaining his Cruiserweight championship this past Sunday in an absolute war against the Irish Ace JD McDonough in Lone Depot Park at the Elimination Chamber. Dragunov has held on to that gold since Survivor Series in November. Ilya Dragunov, as voted by you, the fans, the 2023 Breakout Superstar of the Year, and he has certainly brought that momentum into 2024. And as Dragunov awaits his next challenger, it could very well be one of these two superstars in the Cruiserweight division who are looking for their breakout moment here on SmackDown. Oh, man! The always exciting Axiom taking on the electrifying Wes Lee here tonight in Orlando, Florida. You know, not too far from NXT, the black and gold brand, where these two men have found lots of success throughout their careers. Ever since joining the main roster, Wes Lee has been really chasing that Cruiserweight championship. We've seen him had a few opportunities in the past, none that have really gone his way, but maybe tonight is a step in the right direction. And same can be said for the man all the way from Spain, that being Axiom. So mysterious is Axiom, but so exciting inside of that ring. We've seen him challenge for the Cruiserweight Championship in the past, but tonight, again, could be an opportunity to take one step forward into meeting the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov, for that gold in the near future. No! Wes Lee, man, these guys are throwing some live rounds in the early going. Wes Lee loves to take it to the air, but also a striker inside of that ring, as you just saw. Axiom feeling the brunt of it. Getting the two off the lateral press, not just yet. You did not witness Ilya Dragunov's Cruiserweight Championship defense as Wes Lee with the tope suicida. Ilya Dragunov, JD McDonough, an absolute war this past Sunday night in Miami, Florida at the Elimination Chamber. And credit where credit's due. I may not like the guy. He may be a sadistic SOB, but JD McDonough gave Dragunov a fight and very well could have became the Cruiserweight champion. But Ilya Dragunov was just the better man and continues to get better each and every time he steps foot inside the squared circle. I think what we are witnessing right now is Wes Lee and Axiom are just leaving it all inside and outside the ring. These two hungry competitors ready for their breakout moment. Looking to send a message to Ilya Dragunov tonight that they are coming for the Cruiserweight Championship in the near future. Double stomp to the rib cage. Ain't no getting up from that. Or maybe there is. Axiom, you figured that would have knocked the breath out of him long enough for the 3 count, but as we mentioned, two hungry superstars, and opportunities don't come around every day. Wes Lee, however, keeping his foot on the gas pedal. Ripcord knee. Axiom meets the brunt of it. And out back to the top as Wes Lee delivers a mean corkscrew. You want to talk about getting the wind knocked out of you? That certainly did it. Wes Lee with an impressive victory tonight on SmackDown. Well, Axiom tried to hang in there. These two men were throwing some live rounds for a couple of minutes. A short but exciting contest that sees Wes Lee come out on the other end.
Here is your winner, Wes Lee.
I'd keep your eye on Wes Lee. Could be one of the ones to break out in 2024. And with Ilya Dragunov throwing out the gauntlet to the Cruiserweight division, you gotta wonder who is gonna step up next and challenge the Mad Dragon for the Cruiserweight title of the world. The road to WrestleMania doesn't slow down for anyone. And coming your way on Saturday, February 17th, live from State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, the superstars of Raw and SmackDown present Saturday night's main event. What twists and turns will take place in the ATL on the road to the grandest stage of them all? Find out on the 17th of February, live at 5 p.m. Eastern Time at WWE Saturday Night's Main Event. We're back live in the Kia Center in Orlando, Florida on Friday Night SmackDown. We are set for some women's division action on the road to WrestleMania. The LWO's Zelina Vega looking to continue the good fight for the Latino World Order here tonight. Escobar and Mysterio successful at the top of the hour. Let's see if Zelina Vega can pick up the biggest win in recent memory here on SmackDown. Certainly a tall task ahead of her. And the always dominating, always intimidating, powerful iron fist that is the Queen of Spades, that is the Women's World Champion, Shayna Baszler. The mood just changed.
And from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the WWE Women's World Champion, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler.
Raquel Rodriguez was the last woman standing inside Satan's prison, and now she locks horns with the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, on the grandest stage of them all. WrestleMania Sunday will feature this collision from Friday Night SmackDown as the Women's World Championship stands between Raquel and Baszler as they wage war at WrestleMania. Raquel Rodriguez has been waiting for this opportunity since Shayna Baszler choked her out in Madison Square Garden back in November. Now Raquel has a one-on-one opportunity to take away the Women's World Championship. But what will happen at WrestleMania? Shayna Baszler on the run of her career, not just over the last few months, but over the last almost year here in the WWE. Shayna Baszler, of course, was the WWE Women's Champion across both brands for a couple of months on Raw and SmackDown. Once that championship became exclusive to Monday Night Raw, Shayna Baszler set her sights on the brand new Women's World Championship to Friday Night SmackDown. She has won it. She has dominated with that gold ever since. We'll see if Raquel can be the kryptonite to the Queen of Spades at WrestleMania. But Zelina Vega tonight trying to play spoiler to Baszler's recent momentum. LWO in full effect tonight. Santos, Escobar, and Rey Mysterio successful earlier in the Dusty Cup. Those two men at ringside. In Zelina's corner, Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde. We're going to see them compete over the next few weeks in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic as well. But tonight they are in support of Zelina Vega, and she's going to need all the support she can get as Shayna Baszler ragdolls her over the top rope. Oh man, haymakers being thrown, and Baszler big time German at ringside. Shayna Baszler ruthless in her pursuit of victory. And let the beatdown commence. Baszler's looking at this matchup tonight with one goal in mind: send a message to Raquel Rodriguez that as good as you have been and on the rise like you have had, Shayna Baszler will not step aside for anybody. Baszler looking to prove she is more dominant than ever here tonight on SmackDown. Oh, she's gonna keep her eye on Zelina Vega. Nice maneuver there. Zelina Vega, you want to talk about somebody who's been waiting for a breakout performance, breakout moment. Tonight could be Vega's night. Part of the LWO, recruited by Del Toro and Wilde, from what we understand, to join the group. Shayna Baszler is just having her way with Zelina Vega. You saw Vega trying to mount some offense moments ago upon re-entering the ring. The Queen of Spades looking to write a different story. I'm sure Raquel Rodriguez has got her eyes on this matchup wherever she is tonight. Obviously resting and recuperating after the events of the Elimination Chamber. What a war that was. Things came down to Bianca Belair and Raquel Rodriguez from Friday Night SmackDown. Those two women picked up right where they left off last week when Raquel defeated the EST here on the blue brand. And hold that thought, we might have an upset on our hands, not just yet. We're talking about Raquel Rodriguez, her pursuit of the Women's World Championship. What about Zelina Vega, who is turning up the engines here against Baszler? Shayna Baszler may not know what hit her when she leaves Orlando, Florida here tonight. Vega is all over the Women's World Champion, starting to rally the WWE Universe here in the Kia Center. Shayna Baszler set in the corner, and Vega hot on her tail. Zelina Vega looking to play spoiler, as we mentioned, as Shayna Baszler's momentum Off the Bulldog into the cover. Not just yet, but just imagine if LWO's Zelina Vega can keep down the Women's World Champion tonight. Forget the momentum of Baszler for a second. How does that affect WrestleMania? You got Raquel Rodriguez, who made her way through an Elimination Chamber matchup to fight Baszler. If Zelina Vega can score an upset tonight, does she find herself waiting in the win for whoever leaves Mania as the champion? Does she find herself an addition to that title matchup? All remains to be seen, but Shayna Baszler not looking to find out. Baszler wants an emphatic victory tonight. Zelina Vega has given her a fight, but Baszler's looking to take things home. Submission hold locked in that has brought her success many a times before. Bianca Belair has been on the receiving end, I should say, of this knot that the Queen of Spades will put you in. It has ended the EST's championship desires on more than one occasion. Zelina Vega finding a way to survive, and a nice drop kick that time. Zelina's been rubbing elbows with some of the best of them in the SmackDown locker room, a part of the LWO. She might have picked up a trick or two that she's looking to utilize against the champion here tonight. We got an upset on our hands. Vega into the cover, not just yet. Shayna Baszler still alive, and look how enthusiastic that kick out was. Baszler even thought that was it. Zelina Vega trying to rally. Great performance here in the Kia Center tonight. But Shayna Baszler is done playing games. Karafuda clutch locked in on the LWO Soldier at War. The Women's World Champion with that chokehold locked in tight, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. The Women's World Champion might have had a bumpy road to get there, but picks up the victory tonight against a game Zelina Vega. And that just shows you how great that Shayna has gotten inside of the ring over the last 12 months upon her rise back to the top of the women's division here on Friday Night SmackDown. Will Raquel Rodriguez play spoiler at WrestleMania?
Here is your winner, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler.
I'll tell you what, Shayna Baszler has turned away some of the best of them, whether it was over on Raw or here on SmackDown. Raquel Rodriguez has been red hot, but I don't know if even she can keep down the Queen of Spades when she's at her best. Raquel Rodriguez road to WrestleMania makes a pit stop in Little Rock, Arkansas next week on Friday Night SmackDown. She is set to go toe-to-toe with a woman who feels snubbed after being left out of the Elimination Chamber. That is Shotzi. And the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic continues. First round action as Chad Gable and Otis of Alpha Academy take on the OC's Machine Gun Carl Anderson and the Big LG Luke Gallows. And also coming your way in the Dusty Cup 7 nights from tonight, Eric and Ivar, the Viking Raiders, stand toe-to-toe with Imperium's Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. So much action coming your way in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. And also signed for next week, Randy Orton cannot be in a good mood after coming up short in the Elimination Chamber. The Apex Predator has been on a warpath, and that warpath looks like it's going to roll into SmackDown next week. Randy Orton live and in living color in action next week on SmackDown. A loaded night of affairs 7 nights from tonight here on the Blue Brand, but we still got some action to attend to live and in living color in Kia Center of Orlando, Florida. Meaner than evil, the badass Bron Breakker set to walk down the aisle.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, Bron Breakker.
Well, you want to talk about men who can't be in a good mood, look no further than this man, Bron Breakker. Unfortunately for him, the first casualty inside of Elimination Chamber this past Sunday, that was due to the hands of the Apex Predator, Randy Orton. You know, Bron Breakker's been pretty vocal as of late on social media, and from what we understand, the backstage area as well. Breakker said he's had about sick and tired of what he calls the past superstars, guys like Edge and Randy Orton, hogging up the spotlight. Bron Breakker considers himself a future part of the main event here on SmackDown. Breakker said he's, quite frankly, fired up with the superstars who are hogging the main event scene. Nonetheless, Bron Breakker's not looking towards the past, he's looking for the future tonight. He's going one-on-one with the future of Flight, Ricochet.
And his opponent from Paducah, Kentucky, weighing in at 190 pounds, Ricochet.
Well, you know, Bron Breakker was a casualty by hands of Randy Orton, and so was this man inside the Elimination Chamber. You know, that had to feel good for the Apex Predator getting that victory over the one and only, because, of course, Ricochet still reeling off not one but two victories over the Viper at the end of last year. Ricochet, over the last couple of weeks in 2024 so far, has taken on Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. He fought inside the Elimination Chamber. Unfortunately, losing efforts, but great performances for the one and only. Last week on SmackDown, great contest where Ricochet took down Austin Theory. Let's see if he can get back in the winning ways once more tonight against the badass Bron Breakker. It's a very interesting matchup here. Two main events SmackDown on the road to WrestleMania. Two guys with certainly unclear paths to the grandest stage in them all, but both men not looking to be left off the marquee when we get to AT&T Stadium, Dallas, Texas, for one of the biggest WrestleManias of all time, Saturday night, March the 2nd, Sunday night, March the 3rd. Ricochet hot off the heels in the early going. Bron Breakker down and out. Ricochet's going to have to use that high offense to try to keep down the badass here tonight. A nice tilt-a-whirl. Down goes Breakker. You know, Bron Breakker's got some spring in those legs, some agility, but nothing's gonna match the future of Flight. Ricochet going for the moonsault, and it lands flush. Bron Breakker, I don't think he knows what hit him since that bell rung, as Ricochet once again trying to take things to the air, but they don't call it high risk, high reward for nothing. Did not go the way of the one and only that time. And Bron Breakker looking to feast on the casualty. Breakker's been on the main roster here on Friday Night SmackDown for almost a year at this point. And Bron Breakker, although has fought some of the best of them, has even beaten some of the best of them, when it comes to those big-time championship matches, has been unable to get the job done. And that is something well documented for the badass so far here on SmackDown. Breakker's heard the whispers, heard the rumors. He's looking to turn his momentum around tonight. Find a path to the grandest stage of them all. A big-time counter that time. Ricochet with springs in his feet and a fire under his ass tonight. Double shooting star presses. Went back to the well off the top, but Bron Breakker had it scouted. Now the badass in control here on Friday Night SmackDown. Of course, we do know that Drew McIntyre, the #1 contender after the Elimination Chamber, will meet the ring general Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship on WrestleMania Saturday. The rematch, most anticipated of 2024. Coming your way courtesy of Friday Night SmackDown. But where are the rest of the SmackDown pieces going to fall at WrestleMania? Opportunity could be around the corner any given day, as Bron Breakker now sets his sights on a wounded Ricochet at ringside. Ricochet better get out of dodge, because meaner than evil Bron Breakker came to play tonight. And Ricochet, oh man, right to those diamond-plated steel steps. Ricochet is feeling the brunt of the frustration and aggression of Bron Breakker here tonight. Breakker trying to continue this offense at ringside. Luckily, Ricochet able to get out of dodge. Nobody really able to get some sustained momentum in this matchup thus far. A little bit of back and forth between these two hungry SmackDown superstars. Both men going for shots not to be delivered. Ricochet gets the best of Breakker, sending him back inside the ropes. The one and only hot on his tail, but Breakker meets him with a shoulder block. This is what happens when you get two superstars on the cusp of great things here on Friday Night SmackDown. You send them inside the squared circle, you let them loose, let the better man win. Neither one of these men looking to give an inch as Breakker and Ricochet, the action rolls on here in Orlando. Such a high-profile SmackDown on our way next week. Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic continues. #1 contender for the Women's World Championship in action, Randy Orton returns to SmackDown. So much happening on the road to WrestleMania, and Breakker and Ricochet are not looking to be left off the ride. And a big-time belly-to-belly suplex. The badass Bron Breakker showing why he has earned that title. Ricochet brought to his feet not by will but by force. And now set into the corner as Breakker, with his eyes locked on a prone opponent. It pumps through his veins. That's Steiner, blood with a little Frankensteiner. Ricochet's in trouble, and he is the target. As Bron Breakker going for a spear, but Ricochet had it scouted. A knee delivered right to the jawline. A last-ditch effort by the one and only, saving this matchup so far here tonight. Ricochet trying to mount a comeback here on SmackDown. Bron Breakker thought he had the exclamation point with that spear. Ricochet saw it coming from a mile away and now heads to the top rope where he is most comfortable with the shooting star, but that does not hit flush. These two men did their homework. Now Ricochet, once again on the receiving end of Bron Breakker's manhandling. And Breakker went for the spear, no avail. Ricochet went for the shooting star, did not deliver to the drop zone how he would have liked. Now Bron Breakker back on the offense as the momentum has swung back and forth between these two SmackDown superstars. Who is going to get the upper hand? Looks like Bron Breakker trying to be the aggressor, trying to overmount Ricochet. Sending him right into the barricade that time, and that shooting star really spelled disaster for the one and only. The crash and burn may have been the end of the line for Ricochet here tonight on SmackDown. Referee's at a count of 6, but Bron Breakker is not bringing this fight back inside the ring just yet. He's kicking ass here at ringside, but that is not going to gain him in a victory. Ricochet's down, and Breakker, I don't think he's got any intentions of getting this fight back inside the ring. Referee's sending the warning. Ricochet into the barricade again. A referee has called for the bell. Bron Breakker beating down Ricochet at ringside, and he doesn't give a damn about the victory. Well, you hear the crowd here in Orlando. They want a restart. Referee's ringing for this bell to try to get some help out here as Bron Breakker is assaulting Ricochet at ringside. This is about more than just a victory for Breakker tonight. He's looking to make a statement after coming up short in the Elimination Chamber, not to be overlooked for any longer. Ricochet laid out by the badass Bron Breakker with an unfortunate result to our main event tonight here in Orlando. Oh, wait a minute. Well, it looks like the Rated R Superstar has got a bone to pick with the badass Bron Breakker. Edge coming to the aid of the one and only Ricochet. Breakker is out to use Ricochet as a stepping stone to make some noise here on SmackDown. The matchup getting thrown out. Bron Breakker's assault continuing. The Rated R Superstar Edge not gonna stand for it. Edge coming to the save, and Bron Breakker is now the one in prime position. Target locked, target acquired, Edge with a spear. The Rated R Superstar may have heard all the noise that Bron Breakker has been causing. And Edge looking to give Breakker a reminder on who sits near the top of Friday Night SmackDown. Bron Breakker was hoping to make a statement tonight, but by hook or by crook, he may have caught the attention of the Hall of Famer, the Rated R Superstar, coming to play rescue. But I got a feeling that this isn't gonna sit well with the badass Bron Breakker, as Edge started a fire that he may not be able to put out.
Face on when I chase like that, yeah, I play so strong with a knife in the back. I'ma swing home run like a baseball bat. Gonna see me rise, you can hate on that. I don't play both sides, doing me no cap, I'm a